So you want to see what a crazy over 50s woman sticks in a backpack when she goes travelling for 60 days around Southeast Asia? Well, this is the backpack, first of all. And it's a 50 litre, as you can see. It tights right round my belly, only just. And I've also got a pocket right here. I've got a pocket right here, which is really handy in the airport to put your phone and stuff like that in your passport. So I'm just going to show you what I am taking with me and what's going in here. This is a 50 litre rucksack. It's just from Decathlon. I think it was about 90 euros, but it's a couple of years old. On the top here, I've got a separate 10 litre bag, which I use. It's absolutely brilliant for hand luggage, for basically any documentation, drinks, snacks, whatever that you want to take on the plane. It just unclips here. You just unclip there and there, and then at the back as well, and then that comes off, which is nice and simple. So I tend to leave that empty. Like I said, I'll pack that on the morning that I'm going, and it'll have my documents, passport, tissues, headphones, wallet, money, all that kind of stuff. Carry that on with me, and it converts into either a bag with a shoulder strap, or also you can make this into a little rucksack, which is why it's quite cool actually. And generally, when I'm out and about, this is the bag I carry around with me on a daily basis. It gets used way more than the rucksack. Anyway, chuck that over there. Right, rucksack. I've got loads of pockets. Huge pockets here at the front. Another huge pocket here at the front, which opens up. The one thing I'm going to say, there's other pockets here. Perfect for my drink. Fully adjustable at the back. It's got something called Easy Fit. Basically, for me being really short, it's fantastic because most rucksacks sit below my bum and I can't move, can't walk. But this one, I'm able to hoik it up with the straps. You pull these orange straps and it lifts up and it fits perfect. Really, really good. Right, I'll talk you through what's actually in these bags. So, let's empty it out and I'll show you. First of all, at the bottom of the rucksack here is a separate compartment which has got a waterproof covering for the rucksack in case it's raining, but it's also perfect for shoes. It keeps it separate from everything else. So I'm going to stick my Crocs in there. I take Crocs with me because I use them for walking around and on a daily basis, and I also wear them in the water instead of taking water shoes. And because in Southeast Asia you spend most of your time kicking your shoes on and off every time you go into somewhere, it's either flip-flops or Crocs. Crocs are just more versatile. You can wear them in the sea as well. So that's the only reason I've got them. Next, I've got these packing cubes, which are compression packing cubes, which is brilliant. So in this little one here is underwear. So in there I am only packing 3 bras, 10 pairs of knickers, and I've got 2 pairs of socks because when I go to Borneo, or hopefully I'll go to Borneo, I'll need to tuck my trousers into my socks so that I don't get bitten. But anyway, that bag there, that's all my underwear, and it zips up and you can really squash it down and make it a lot smaller. Some of these vacuum bags you have to have like a hoover or something to suck the air out, but this is just to squash it all down one. There we go, much smaller. Right, put that over there. Another thing I take with me, plug adapters. So I have got a tie one, and in fact I've got 2. I've got 2 tie plug adapters. One of them is just USB on the end of that, and the other one, I take this with me. It's just an extension lead and it has a plug on the end there, and I just put that into that. I plug that in the wall wherever I go. It just means I've now got 3 plug sockets, which is fantastic. Laptop, cameras, etc. It's brilliant. I've also got one huge beach towel. It's made from the kind of microfiber stuff. Folds up really small like this. And I only carry this towel and 1 small hand towel, same kind of stuff, microfiber. Because I find most of the hotels and places I stay have towels included. They might not be the best, but there's still towels included. My favourite, not necessary, but I like it, is a memory foam neck pillow, which all squishes into that. I think that was IKEA. I can't remember how much it was, around 30 or 40 pounds. I'm not too sure. But I love it because I've got a bad neck and there's nothing worse than having a naff pillow. So I carry this. Don't always use it, but I've got it as a backup. And I've got 2 more packing cubes. So I've got the 3 in total. I think they came in a set of 5, but I only used these 3 with this rucksack. In this packing cube, I have got 1 swimming costume, 2 pairs of cycling shorts, just cotton ones, and 2 t-shirts. I've got the other ones in the wash. I'm actually glad I went through this because I need to pack it. 2 t-shirts, 2 nighties, and a shawl. And the shawl is fantastic for when you're going in and out of any of the temples, etc. A lot of my dresses are just like a thin strap, so I carry the shawl around and it just makes life easy. You can buy them out there, they're everywhere, but I've got one from last time I was in Thailand. I'm going to squash that one down. It does actually need another t-shirt to go in that, which I'm glad I just checked. There we go. I'm going to squash that down. And then in the big one. In this big one, I've only got dresses. So I've got 2 cotton dresses, a tiny little dress from when I was in Thailand last time. And then I've got these, which I'll only show you just because I think they're a really cool idea. It's a stretchy, it's like the material of sports clothing. It's really stretchy. But it's a skirt. It's got shorts built in underneath, which is great. Now these are from a company called Halara. I'm not sponsoring them or anything. I just find them really, really good for travelling because they're super breathable material. And they're really bright colours as well. So I really like them. And they fold up really small, which is fantastic. Put that one in there. And then we've got... This is also, again, same company, Halara. They've got built-in bras in them. This one doesn't have shorts, but it's a Y-back top. It's quite long. Very simple and easy to wash. It dries real quick, which is why I like taking them when I'm going away. So that they just screw up really small and they don't really crease. The creases fall out in about 2 minutes. So, and I've got the same one, different colour. That's it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dresses, 2 pairs of shorts, 2 t-shirts, and I will also be taking 1 pair of long leggings, but I'm going to be wearing those on the plane. And I'm also going to take a hoodie. And I'm also going to be taking a swimming t-shirt, which is full arm length and up to sort of like under. It's a bit like a scratch vest for surfing, but it's also UV 50 because there's a couple of trips I want to do where I'll be out on the boat all day and I do not want to be covered in sun cream and then get in the sea because it kills the coral. So this way I can sort of help out the environment a little bit. But okay, let's put this in the bag and see if it works. And the most heavy thing of all is the wash bag. Pain in the bum, really. I take this, I pack this quite minimally. This particular one's quite handy as it hangs up, so you can hang it on the door in the room that you're in, etc. So I have got 1 pair of nail scissors, a pair of tweezers, and some antiseptic wipes. Blister plasters. Insect repellent with sun cream protection 15 in that one. Anti-back wipes. I'm not a germaphobe, but I like to wipe down where I am on the plane because I think they're gross. These are a godsend. These are washing sheets and they're just a thin sheet of, looks like paper but it's not. They're completely dry and they don't leak and they don't make a mess, they don't crumble. And you just use 1 or 2 in the washing machine if you're doing laundry. But they're really good for hand washing. So if you just need to wash out a few things in a sink, one of these, leave it 10 minutes, give it a wash out, perfect. I don't know where I got these from. Probably got them on Amazon, not too sure, but brilliant. Bottle of shampoo, could have gone smaller, but I like this one, and when it runs out I'll buy a local one. I'm not that worried. Got some obligatory Christmas snow fairy because I'll be away over Christmas. I have got my epilator, which is chargeable, so that's in there as well. I've got 3 lots of contact lens cleaner because I wear contacts, and the pot. So if you're obviously not wearing contacts, you've got to worry about that. 1 deodorant for now, easy to buy out there. Got some bug repellent, more bug repellent, more mosquito repellent, more mosquito repellent, more mosquito repellent. I'm prepared. They eat me alive, and I've got all different brands. I find different brands work better in different areas. So the one here from Thailand, I don't know what this has got in it. I mean, it's amazing. It works brilliantly. They also do a spray, which as soon as I go to a 7-Eleven, I'll be picking up some more of that. But I'm actually out at the moment. So hopefully this will get me through. The obligatory ice hot pain relief for bad neck and back. Some more hand sanitizing gel. I've got some antihistamines just in case, you never know, and a packet of paracetamol. Also got 1 packet of Imodium, but they're on their way with Amazon, but they're definitely going in here because you never know. And toothbrush and toothpaste. Right, so I've stuck everything in except my pillow, which goes on the top. Let's zip it up just to prove that it's all in there. There we go. Perfect. Right, in the front pocket here, I will put the washing stuff. That can actually live in there because it's quite handy to have near the top. I've also got this because obviously in the Philippines, etc., sometimes they only have chopsticks, and I cannot eat with chopsticks. Look like a dyspraxic 2-year-old. So I got a knife and a fork and a spoon set. I've got about 5 or 6 little carabiners, which are just quite useful, particularly if you've got a long travelling day and you're on a coach or something. I can just clip stuff on here. So like my headphones, for instance, I'll just clip my headphones on here while I'm walking around. I've also got some padlocks to lock up the rucksack. They've got little locking points on them here as well, which I will use. And in this bag, whilst we are, that will fit in there, and that means that comes on the plane with me, which is really comfy. And then I can put all my passport and everything in there, which will clip on the top. I'll just show you. I've also got the water bottle, which does actually fit in the side quite nicely. I find quite useful. And also I'm going to be taking 1 raincoat and 1 pair of trainers as well. So I've got a raincoat which I will be wearing the day I fly because it's absolutely freezing in Munich at the moment, and I've never flown out of there, so I've got that with me. That should be good fun. This I will probably clip under there. She says just fit under there absolutely fine. But like I said, I'll probably be wearing that. And that's me done. So, as you can see, it's all in there. Stick it back on, just to prove. I reckon it weighs about 12 to 15 kilos. It's a pain in the arse to get on, I have to say. Back on. Ready to go to the airport. Happy days. All we've got to do now is pray that the weather is a bit better in the Philippines, and that the poor people that are suffering don't have to suffer much longer. But as with these things, they go on for years. So that's everything I'm packing for my 6-month travels. It is quite light, but look, I wear the same clothes for 2 or 3 days if they're not dirty or they're not all sweaty and horrible. And all the clothes I've got are so easy to hand wash and rinse out. Plus laundry is so easy in Southeast Asia. It's really not something you've got to be worrying about. I can do the laundry every couple of days and it just costs like 2 or 3 quid at the most. The other thing I've got is my rucksack that I carry on the front of me, which has all of my camera gear in, the Mac and everything like that. If you're interested in that, drop me a comment. I will show you what's inside that. But otherwise, I'll see you on the other side.